Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perennial round of 16. We're here with our last streamed match of the weekend. It's going to be ThanksGuys versus Ben in the winner's bracket. Seed 5 versus Seed 12 here. My name is Dio. I'm going to be joined by Fiery Rage for this match. Good morning, Fiery.
Morning. Yeah, this is a fairly interesting matchup, I'd say. This could go either way, really. You have players like, well, I mean, both of the teams have notable players. You got Swig, Will Cookie, Liability on the side of ThanksGuys, Pogger CZ as well. And then on the side of Ben, you got notable names like Kama, Trail Mix, Ven Priest, Mega MK, notable United States tournament players. So, really, considering this is early stage, this could go really either way, depending on who is popping off more on the day. So this should be a fairly interesting matchup, I think.
Yeah, and just looking at the qualifier scores for both of these teams, it does seem like it could be fairly close as well. You have 6 maps out of 10 in quals where ThanksGuys had better scores and 4 maps out of 10 where Ben had better scores. One thing I will say, though, ThanksGuys tending to have a higher score difference when they do have those higher scores in qualifiers. For example, 900k difference, no mod 1, 800k difference, no mod 2, 700k difference, no mod 3. So really a lot of these maps, I think ThanksGuys will tend to win by a little bit of a higher margin than Ben would, especially when it comes to some of those DTs, the high approach rate DT and DT1 and DT2 especially, I think are going to be maps that ThanksGuys have a pretty solid advantage on and that we might see some bans out of for Ben. Given the over 1 million score lead that ThanksGuys has when you look at their DT1 scores out of qualifiers. That said, in round of 32, we do have some data for these two teams as well. And yeah, ThanksGuys definitely having a better time on both DT1 and DT2 in a round of 32. And Ben tending to pick a lot of different maps comparatively. I think looking into more of the free mods, looking into more of the gimmicky picks for Ben compared to ThanksGuys. So hopefully we'll see them go back into some of those picks during this matchup.
Yeah, I definitely think Ben is a team that specializes and is pretty much excels at a lot of more gimmicky and tech-oriented picks. So I would not be too surprised to see them opt for stuff like Hidden 2, which is unfortunately not going to happen as they actually banned that. And DT1... Oh wait, no, that's not their ban. Never mind. But Hidden 2...
Yeah, Hidden 2 banned by Ben I think is a little interesting, but we do see ThanksGuys having a better score than them in the round of 32. As a reminder, the qualifiers Hidden 2, kind of more awkward pattern focused, lots of rhythm stuff in there, lots of finger control, lots of really tricky patterning, as compared to the round of 32 Hidden 2, which was more akin to this map. A lot of awkward aim in that round of 32 Hidden 2, and it did end up being close, largely off the back of a full combo from Liability. Even that said, though, I think I kind of prefer the team consistency from Ben with 700k on them. 700k on Vempress and 600ks on both Trail Mix and Yip, looking just generally solid on that pick.
No mod 4 ban from ThanksGuys. Not too surprising though. Tech out of the question for no mod. This does leave the DTs wide open, so I imagine that they're probably going to first pick into that. But for now, it is Ben with the first pick. I imagine we'll probably just see them go for, yep, there it is, no mod 3. Relatively quick pickup. Not too surprising to see this when no mod 4 was banned. I think a lot of people tend to neglect that no mod 3 and no mod 4 kind of share some similar skill sets with mouse control, or not mouse, but aim control in general. So not too surprising to see this picked up in replacement of that no mod 4.
Yeah, definitely not all that surprising, especially when you get a lot of the sort of space stream stuff going on in No Mod 4. Lots of weird cuts, lots of weird in-control streams in there, like you said. And this map is kind of all about that, right? There's a lot of really, really wonky stream shapes in this map that just throw players off. A lot of overlapping cuts into slider heads with gaps between them and things like that. So a lot of kind of similar stream shapes to what you would usually see in tech maps, actually, and with a relatively high BPM. I mean, this is 154 BPM. Very, very high BPM for a standard alt map. I think this map ends up playing very similarly to some more streamy alt maps that we used to see. For example, Fairy's version of oh geez, my words escape me now. The one kind of map that he did for Maple Cup quarterfinals, Stoic Hypothesis, that one. Fairy's version of Stoic Hypothesis. Lots of really, really weird stream shapes in that one. Very similar to this type of map, so definitely agree that this can be a good pick for Ben. Hopefully it does go their way, and in fact, in qualifiers, No Mod 4 was one of the picks, and in fact the only No Mod map where they had a positive score difference over ThanksGuys, so really looking forward to see what they do on this map.
Seems like we need a fourth player for both teams. For now, it's going to be Luciano Swick, Pogger CZ in for ThanksGuys, and on the side of Ben, Kama, Yip, and Mega MK. Imagine be seeing Trail Mix probably in for the last one. Never mind, Lane.
I could see Lane going in for this. Had a really good performance on the No Mod 2 in qualifiers. Generally a solid player as well. Didn't get a chance to play in round of 32. Okay, never mind. It's going to be Eagle as the last member in for ThanksGuys. And Lane maybe stepping out. Yeah, okay, going to be Rudge coming in as the last member here. Rudge did play No Mod 3 in qualifiers for them. Did not have the best score on No Mod 3 in qualifiers, but will hopefully be able to have a solid performance here.
Let's see how they do. Getting into the first map pick here. As Eagle and Mega MK decide to not go into the map. Don't worry about that. There we go. Yeah, this is pretty much all about what you were saying, just that cursor control, mostly, as well as a bit of a flow aim component to it, but it's mostly focused on just your general consistency with cursor control, making sure you don't slider break on some of these little weird double patterns that go into sliders, and we can see right off the bat, several people not really having the greatest of times right now. Luciano, Swick, Mega MK, and Rudge all going to be missing within the first few seconds of the map here.
Lots of early breaks for everybody heading into this first KI time. Only Pogger, CZ, and Yip with full combos intact at the moment. Mega MK holding some combo going into that first KI time is going to keep it close between the two teams. But now an ever so slight combo lead back in favor of Ben. It was in favor of ThanksGuys there for a second, but Luciano finding another break. Going to bring it back towards Ben. The accuracy on Kama, I think, doing so much to keep this score with Ben right now. 99.8 for him, and despite these misses, is going to still be a factor in them keeping that score lead. The 99.5758% act for Pogger CZ up against the 99.2 for Yip. Also going to be helping ThanksGuys a bit here. Oh, and Yip actually dropping the FC right at the end of the KI time.
There goes Yip's FC, and now Pogger CZ with the only combo. Actually, Eagle as well on the nice recovery with Mega MK, but the FC from Pogger CZ going to be pushing them over the edge. For now, there is still more than half the map remaining. Pogger CZ could very easily have an unfortunate break here as we get into the next chorus. Doesn't seem like he's going to be dropping that easily, though.
And HP was one of the best performers in Nick's Winter Cup earlier this year. Oh, okay, well, there we go. There's his drop.
Hey, there you go. You got him.
Yeah, got him, finally.
Congratulations.
And that actually is 700 combo now on Mega MK on the side of Ben. Yip dropping the supporting combo at about 350 there, but there's no real big combo now on either team as Mega MK drops again. No big combo for either side, and now it's all on the supporting combos here. Ever so slight combo lead for Kama and Rudge over Luciano and Sweek at the moment. In the favor of Ben once again. Rudge dropping now. And so back over to ThanksGuys, but this is a less than 100,000 score lead. We got a quarter of the map left. It could go either way at this point, as any one player holding on to a big combo here or any player finding massive combo drops can impact the map really significantly here. But as we keep finding these drops over and over again for Rudge, it's going to be Luciano finding a big combo drop for ThanksGuys. Unfortunately, I don't think there's enough time now. Kama's combo is being matched mostly by PoggerCZ, and there is combo on Yip, but Eagle is matching on the side of ThanksGuys. Maybe with that drop from Eagle there will be time, but I really don't think so. With only a sliver of map left, this is likely going over to ThanksGuys. It's going to be close.
Yeah, with Kama missing there, that's going to pretty much seal it. I think PoggerCZ needed to miss in order for that score gap to actually swap the other way, but it will be close. Oh, God.
Fiery.
Let's
time.
Just pretend. No, we're not going to.
When you lay your eyes upon it, chat!
Stop. Let's just ignore that ever happened. PoggerCZ.
No one else is going to ignore it. You may as well just say it.
I don't care. I don't care, Dio. I don't want to say it. PoggerCZ with a stellar 600k, highest score in the lobby. Yip with a 500k. Kama with absolutely insane accuracy, 250s, 0 100s. Just a lot of misses, unfortunately, for him.
Yeah, rather unfortunate set of misses there for Ben on the first pick. It was a pretty close first pick. I mean, within 100k, that is a very solid... It's not a very solid pick for Ben, but it's a very close win for ThanksGuys. So I think Ben, maybe picking into something like the Free Mod 1 might be good for them. Maybe picking into the Hard Rock 2 or Hidden 1 along the same lines. Probably Hard Rock 2, given the ban on Hidden 2 from Ben. But, there are other flow aim picks for them to go into in this pool. And I think they'll still be able to find solid picks throughout the rest of this match, given how close that first pick was. That said, though, ThanksGuys off to a good start and going to be picking into Double Time 1. We talked about these DT picks and the high approach rate picks specifically for ThanksGuys based on the scores in both qualifiers and round of 32, and I think this is a very, very good first pick for ThanksGuys, likely to see them put up a really, really good score line on this map.
Yeah, we'll see if Ben can compete on these DTs. You were saying pretty much throughout the entire pre-match was ThanksGuys are going to be picking into DT. That's what they are good at, and we are going to be seeing that right now. DT1 now picked. 10.3 map. Relatively generic. I'd say pretty accessible for most players. You don't have to be necessarily proficient at 10.3 reading in order to do well on this, I'd say. But it is consistently difficult, so if you do have issues playing stuff like this, you are going to be not having the best of times.
Yeah, definitely not. And it seems like the common factor for Ben having those inconsistencies and generally not being super solid on double time is when we have that higher approach rate on the map. So I think for ThanksGuys, this is a very smart pick, and I expect them to pick into I forget if it's up or not. If DT2 is up, I expect them to pick that. If not, even something like the No Mod 5 or the DT3 is still going to be a solid pick for them, but I think it's going to be a very clear difference in comfort for these two teams on this sort of map. Right now, Yip, the only one with super solid accuracy for Ben, equivalent SS on the side of Luciano for ThanksGuys, but 98% on both Cedric and Swick right now, so very clearly at least two of those players with some pretty solid AR 10.3 rating for them. Nobody missing yet, though, in this intro, now into the first TI time.
Relatively long map, this one, so misses during these first courses probably not going to matter too much. Doesn't even seem like any of the players want to really drop a miss here, though. And it seems like that's actually what's going to happen. So still 8-way FC from all the players right now. first miss going to be deciding where the score gap goes. For now, it will be in the side of Ben off the ACK advantage. There goes the ACK advantage. Combo going to be dropping on the relatively slow part here. That score gap now going to shift over on the side of ThanksGuys, and not anymore because Luciano trades that miss, and that's back to combo advantage for Ben now. There goes Swick as well.
And this is actually looking pretty good for Ben at this point. Mega MK and Yip still holding these full combos, and Kamon a better recovered combo than Sweek does mean ever so slight combo lead for Ben here. 2/3 of the way through. As long as these FCs hold for Mega MK and Yip, they'll be able to come out on top, given no other changes. Lasta and Cedru, though, looking pretty solid so far. Rudge actually dropping the supporting combo. So now back over to ThanksGuys as Sweek and Luciano hold through that spike there. It's all really going to come down to the last Ki time, though. Any breaks for any of these full combos will decide it. Cedru and Mega MK, as I say that, trade misses. And it's Yip and Flasta with the full combos left up, and it might just be decided by the supporting combo on Sweek, able to hold through everything.
Yeah, it'd have to take Swick. Oh, what the flash they missing?
Oh my god, Yip trade!
Oh no! And
wow.
That supporting combo from Swick is the only difference that is keeping ThanksGuys in this pick. And they're going to be handily securing their point by about 200k.
You say handily, but that's a less than 130k score lead on a double time 1. You forget the score v2 multiplier for this mod is 1.2. That's like a 110,000 score lead 4v4. Basically nothing. So ThanksGuys, yeah, they're up 2-0, but that doesn't tell you the whole story. This has actually been a very close match so far, with the first two picks both going over to ThanksGuys by 100k or less margins. So this is a relatively close match so far between these two teams. I want to see Ben pick into another one of these aim maps, as on both of these aim picks that we've seen so far from them, they've been very competitive with ThanksGuys, and I think it would be a mistake to start picking into some of the tapping stuff. Even a no mod 1 pick at this point might be all right for Ben. Just say, you know what? Yeah, we're the lower seeded team, and we're going to low star rate you. Maybe we'll pick Hard Rock 1 and no mod 1 after this, and just go for those quote unquote easy aim consistency picks, especially the Hard Rock 1. If you make it through that spike just past the halfway point, we've seen it in other matches, the team that has more FCs past the halfway spike really tends to win that map and get a bunch of free combo right afterwards before going into the ending spike. So I kind of like picks like that. I kind of like some of the flow aim picks. We talked about Hard Rock 2 and 3 mod 1 earlier for this team as well. I don't think we're going to see them pick Hidden 1 just because they did ban out that Hidden 2, but we will maybe see some of those other picks, because they definitely have players who can go Hidden on that free mod 1. So I don't think that's going to be a deal breaker for them on that sort of map. I just have to see what they feel comfortable with, though. But with both of these early picks being as close as they were, I think they still have a lot of open options right now.
Well, they're going to be taking their time deciding what their next pick is going to be. See what they opt to go for. It's going to be Hidden 1.
Really? Okay, I'll shut up, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ben with the Hidden 1 pick. They did actually have a slight lead on Hidden 1 in qualifiers, which I think is the more comparable Hidden 1 pick out of the two that we've had so far. Neither of these teams actually playing Hidden 1 around the 32 anyway, but in qualifiers it was 100,000 score lead for them, and again, a more consistent team score. They had 3 players over 400k, whereas only Cedru and Will Cookie were over 400k for ThanksGuys. Will Cookie with the 600k. So definitely the potential for a pop-off on the side of ThanksGuys, but hopefully that better team consistency on the Hidden 1 out of qualifiers will benefit Ben on this pick.
Yeah, I am kind of surprised to see this. pick out from Ben, though, because this map does have a relatively notable diff spike, mostly in regards to flow aim about halfway through the map, and we see quite a lot of people just like completely miss on that part, dropping their score by almost like 50, 100k sometimes in some cases. So I'm kind of interested to see how that part in particular is going to play out for both of these teams.
It looks like we've got our lineups for both of these teams as well. Liability, Sweek, Will Cookie, and Eagle in for ThanksGuys. Eagle notably not playing Hidden One in qualifiers for ThanksGuys. Instead, it was Cedru playing that Hidden One, so a sub out there for them, but otherwise the same roster. Comma, Mega MK, Yip, and Vempress playing the Hidden One here. In qualifiers, it was Arco playing this instead of Comma, so sub out for Arco, who was actually the lowest scoring member of Ben in the qualifiers on Hidden One. So I think a welcome substitute in Arco's case. And we'll hopefully get to see some pretty solid scores on this map. This map has been hit or miss for so many teams. There's been a lot of teams that kind of fumble the intro and then really fumble the long stream section. And there's been some teams who have players full combo up to the stream, or one player miss in the beginning and then full combo the stream section, like we saw from Thunder earlier this weekend. So I think there's a lot of room for volatility on this pick, especially from team to team. And the difference really tends to be how comfortable their players are with Hidden as a modification. The more comfortable you see general Hidden players on this sort of map, the better they tend to do. I really like to see, for example, Mega MK, Vempress, and Yipin for Ben on this map, and I think Will Cookie is absolutely the player to watch out for on the side of ThanksGuys because of that. That said, early misses from Mega MK, Vempress, and Sweek on both teams. ThanksGuys, however, with a higher combo right now. 3 FCs still intact.
Comma as well, missing in the first 10 combo of the map. Not going to matter, obviously, but... well, okay, that miss is going to matter. Swick now, the only person that has dropped on the side of ThanksGuys. Liability, Will Cookie, Eagle still holding the combos, and it's just Yip on the side of Ben to really counteract that. So this score gap is going to be growing quite a bit out of hand. Liability going to be dropping his combo. It's going to at least mitigate that a bit. Still 2 FCs to 1 as we enter the second chorus, or just about. And Will Cookie just slider breaking. That's unlucky.
Yeah, breaking on air for Will Cookie. Not the best place to drop it. Eagle actually missing on the slowdown section there as well. Yip now the only full combo left in the... oh, everybody... That slider breaks everybody every time. I don't know what's up with that slider, but everyone breaks on that high velocity slider. 6-way break, 2 of them for ThanksGuys and 4 of them for Ben means combo advantage for ThanksGuys on both Liability and Sweek. And man, teams really apparently needed to practice that high velocity slider because everybody has been breaking on that all weekend. And at this point, with the long stream section coming up, you're just looking at Liability beast mode this whole section, man. No problems on the stream so far. Still holding 98 act, the only player in the lobby above 95 on either team right now. And actually makes it through the long stream section combo intact. Guys, single-handedly creating this 400,000 score lead for ThanksGuys.
Yeah, everyone else just having not the greatest of times on that stream section. Liability is just going to be taking away the score gap at this point. It's all on him. Even if he misses at this point, actually, it's not even going to matter. And he hits the slider stream, too. What a guy. This is a very good score from him, even with that miss after the slider stream.
And this is just not the greatest of picks for Ben, I feel like. You go into this really streamy Hidden One pick for Ben, and your players just don't look as comfortable. Yip, really the only player looking nearly as comfortable as anybody on the side of ThanksGuys, but even Mega MK, the second highest score for Ben, lower than Will Cookie's bottom score for ThanksGuys, actually. Funny to say Will Cookie bottom scoring the hidden map, but that's exactly what happened here. And the rest of the ThanksGuys roster just all having better scores than anybody on Ben besides Yip. Really not the best of picks for them, and that is the first clue in to, I think, the focus on streams that we will likely see from ThanksGuys through a lot of the rest of this match, as you know, that was really the first time that we've seen a big score gap. And yeah, they're going to go right into double time too. I think no surprises there after a map like that, and after looking at the qualifier scores for either team.
And DT2, this has been used in a couple of tournaments as a general finger control speed-oriented consistency pick. Free 500 PP if you can play 230 BPM, by the way.
I hate speed players. Anyway.
Me too.
Yeah, this map is streamier than I think a lot of people give it credit for. There's a lot of fairly long streams at 237 BPM in this map. I definitely do see the finger control focus that's in here, and it will play a part for some players, but there is some significant stamina drain in this map. Not necessarily your sort of, you know, long stream stamina sort of picks, but definitely does have that stamina component to it. And with that said, the players from ThanksGuys definitely handling the streams better in that last pick, handling the streams and speed better in qualifiers in round of 32, and very likely to find themselves victorious in this map. And suddenly you're staring down the barrel of a 4-0 for Ben if you do lose this map. Unfortunately, that last pick not going well for them, really, really dooming their prospects in the second half of this match after we get our second ban phase. So really crucial point for Ben to take as a break point, and I don't know if we're going to see it happen. We'll have to watch out for it. But these players definitely not the speed gurus that you kind of want to have on a pick like this.
And meanwhile, on the side of ThanksGuys, we have Swick, notable speed player, up-and-coming speed player. You got PoggerCZ, more than comfortable at this BPM at the very least. Maybe not on the higher end of BPMs, but definitely fine on 240-ish finger control with not as long of bursts. And for now, it's going to be pretty sizable advantage for ThanksGuys. Rouge, Lane, and Kama all missing in the first stages of the map here. It's just Mega MK, and his accuracy not going to even hold a candle to some of the accuracies on ThanksGuys. Actually, wait, no, I lied.
Oh, wait, actually, we've got some signs of life, though. A couple breaks coming through for Flosta and PoggerCZ on the side of ThanksGuys. Sweet and Cedru with the full combos, but those are the two lowest stack plays on ThanksGuys, both at 95, 96%. Not 94 for Cedru. Mega MK with the full combo still intact, 98% ACK as well. And yeah, there's another miss coming through from Kama on the side of ThanksGuys. Rouge and Lane actually both missing there is pretty huge, though. At this point, PoggerCZ with the combo advantage for ThanksGuys. The accuracy lead for Mega MK just not doing enough compared to that extra combo on PoggerCZ. And the score lead going to start increasing already at 200,000 for ThanksGuys.
Yeah, it's going to take PoggerCZ and Cedru both missing. At the very least, Cedru. There goes Cedru as I say that. So there is a chance. PoggerCZ now the only combo on the side of ThanksGuys, and Mega MK desperately trying to claw this score gap, but I think it's gonna have to take PoggerCZ missing here in order for the score gap to shift over, I think.
And Mega MK is going to see that he's the only FC left up during that break as well. The nerves have to be building for him here. But like you said, the score from PoggerCZ still being intact, really just keeping any hopes away from Ben of a comeback on this map. And while it was a lot closer than I think you might have expected at the start of this map, it is still the win for ThanksGuys. The consistent 600k out of 3 members and 700k out of Cedru. Just looking really, really solid for them. I mean, 680, 690, 710k for 3 members. And then their bottom score is still 570k. Again, their bottom score still better than 3 out of 4 members on the side of Ben. The top score for Mega MK just not quite enough for Ben to come out on top.
Honestly, I think it's kind of crazy because 3 of their members had S ranks on that map. This map doesn't really strike me as a map where you would slider break that often on, but I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, that was a solid FC for Mega MK. Unfortunately, not enough to win that point, and it's going to be ThanksGuys now at match points as we get into the second round of bans.
Well, unfortunately for Ben, despite how close 3 out of 4 of these maps have been, it's just gonna be very difficult for them to stage the comeback in the second half of this match. If I were them, I'd be looking at the DT3 and the Nomad 5 as potential bans. Probably the DT3, given that Nomad 5 is relatively similar to that DT2 in the way that it's structured. And you've already seen how close DT2 can be, so I would be looking at that Double Time 3 as the next ban for Ben. Aside from that, though, you've still got quite a lot of other picks that are going to be solid for ThanksGuys. You've got the Nomad 5, you've got the Nomad 2, and for the side of Ben, you need to now really deliberate on these next 2 picks, as it's do or die.
Yeah, they have to figure out just the Hard Rock 2. What?
All right, very clearly not comfortable on that Hard Rock 2.
That is definitely a ban that they can go for. That is not what we were expecting at all. Free Mod 1, I think, is a bit more reasonable from ThanksGuys, but I do not agree with that Hard Rock 2 ban from Ben.
Yeah, I don't know. They just weren't picking Hard Rock for ThanksGuys. Just a little surprised. Just a little surprised at that sort of ban.
Well, we'll see how that plays out for them. Maybe they are feeling confident on DT3. They think they can put up a decent DT score. But what are they going to pick now? Free Mod 1 and Hard Rock 2. We were discussing those as potential picks for Ben. Both of them are gone now. They picked DT. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, this is such a weird pick from Ben, actually. The DT3... I mean, everything that we have points to ThanksGuys being better on Double Time. They have positive score differences on both DTs from qualifiers. They have positive score differences on both DTs from round of 32. They've already won DT2. I'm not sure about this one. Clearly, they've got something in store for us on this map. I think there were probably better picks in the map pool. But they are down match point and going for speed. We'll see how it works for them. If they're going for this pick down match point, either they are just trying to end the match as quickly as possible, which I don't think is the way, or they know that this map is really good for them. So I'm hoping this map is just really, really solid for Ben, and they're about to show us some really solid team scores on this.
Well, it's going to be the same roster from the side of ThanksGuys for this map. Not too surprising, as DT2 and DT3 share somewhat similar skill sets. Same on the side of Ben, actually going to be the exact same roster there as well. So if DT2 is any indication, if ThanksGuys don't get some unlucky slider breaks or breaks in general on this, this is going to be very one-sided, but Mega MK definitely a force to be reckoned with on the side of Ben at the very least. See how it works out for them. Lane with an early miss. Wouldn't be the only miss so far in the early stages of the map.
Ooh, that is a three-way break, though. Flasta, Mega MK, and Brudge all finding breaks. Just Kama now left alive for Ben, as 3FC's still intact for ThanksGuys. Kama with the best accuracy in the lobby at that 98.5, but unfortunately this is combo game, and Sweet Sedru and Pugger TZ all holding onto those full combos is going to do more than enough to start building this score lead for ThanksGuys.
Yeah, the 3 players that slider broke DT2 now having the time of their life so far on DT3. Flashdeck going to be missing as well, which is going to not quite necessarily give combo advantage over, but The rest of Ben is on a very nice recovery, so misses like from Sedger right there can actually matter a lot, and that's going to shift the score gap right over, despite the 2 FC advantage from ThanksGuys. And okay, there goes both of the FCs on ThanksGuys now. It is traded by Lane and Rudge, but Kama now still holding the FC. Mega MK with a very nice supporting combo. And, okay, well, there goes Kama's FC, but...
There goes everybody besides Mega MK. Mega MK and Flasta are the only 2 combos left. And with Flasta still holding a pretty big combo, this is still not out of the woods for Ben. Mega MK really just needs to hold, and if he breaks, there is still the chance for a comeback to happen. But this is going a lot better than we would have thought for Ben. The Mega MK now hoping to take them over the finish line after Kama just beast modes the first half of the map.
That 3-way break from the rest of the team on Ben, though, that could matter. I don't know if it's going to matter enough, though. That score gap is decreasing relatively fast, and they just continue to break. It's not going to be enough, but that got very scary at the end there.
I'm still a little... I'm happy that Ben won that pick. We do see them actually put together a solid score on that map. Very good to see from them. And it does open up things like the Nomad 5 as a potential next pick for them if they do feel good about it. But I think you can even just wait for ThanksGuys to pick DT3. I mean, they probably picked that map anyway. And then you just take a break point. So I still don't know how much I like the pick. It worked out for them. And ThanksGuys still going to go with another tapping map going into Nomad 2. But like I said, you could probably just wait if you're Ben and pick something else, and they'll pick DT3 into you. Just like they're doing with this Nomad 2 now, picking another stamina-focused map here for ThanksGuys. Very different sort of stamina map compared to what we see in DT2 or DT3. Really focused on the longer stream stamina with a much heavier flow aim requirement in this map.
Seeing Luciano swap in, as well as Liability. Kama swapping out, as well as Rudge. We'll see what their replacements are in the bit. Yeah, this is a 200 BPM kind of tech stream map. There's a lot of weird flow aim patterns throughout this entire map, I'd say. Not really your traditional Nomad 2 in that sense. There's definitely a lot more stuff like cut streams, awkward spacing changes, and what have you. But it is 200 BPM. It's definitely more focused on the tapping aspect and just general stamina more than anything. If you are not comfortable with 200 BPM streams, you're not going to have a fun time on this map.
Well, I'm hoping for the sake of this match that Ben pops off on this map. On Nomad 2 and qualifiers, ThanksGuys had an 800,000 score lead, largely off the back of the double pool combo from Liability and Sweek. Those are your 2 players to watch out for on this map. Luciano and Cogler CZ with 600k and 500k respectively on this map in qualifiers as well. Of course, a different map, but same slot and same type of map for sure. That Nomad 2 in qualifiers, also 200 BPM, similar style of flow aim in that map to boot. So a lot of the same type of things going on in this sort of map. Mega MK, the full combo for Ben in qualifiers, probably going to need to pop off on this one. And without Arco here, they are going to put in, it looks like Kama as a replacement on this map. Kama's been having a good match, so I think it's a good idea to put in Kama for this pick as well. Vempers and Lane going to round out the roster for Ben, and hopefully we'll see one of those 2 players have a good run on this map as well. They're going to need it to stay in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, this map sort of just starts out and never really stops. There's not really a part in this map where I'd say you can comfortably take a rest break or anything, and we're seeing that quite in dividends right now as everyone except Flash Disc Swick and Mega MK misses on the beginning stages of the map here. And there goes Flash Disc, so.
Yeah, Sweek and Mega MK left up here. Sweek with much better accuracy, though. 99.6% ACK for Sweek, 98% for Mega MK, both on the full combo. But a 200,000 score lead for ThanksGuys due to these repeated breaks coming out of Venpress and Lane, mostly. Kama with the recovered combo, not doing too poorly right now, on about the same recovered combo as Liability. But Lane and Venpress really going to need to start putting some combo together for Ben to have a chance at a comeback in this map, as everybody on ThanksGuys with those recovered combos just looking more consistent as a whole roster. And pretty much everything is on Mega MK at this point. But he can only do so much. Full comboing despite the rest of his team having so much trouble. And there goes Mega MK's combo. And there goes Ben's winner's bracket run. That's going to be ThanksGuys taking it 5-1.
Very impressive score from Swick. Going to be dropping at the very tail end of that last space stream there, but 800k on that map. Nothing to scoff at. Liability as well, almost 700k. Very, very good team score from ThanksGuys on that map, and a solid way to advance to the quarterfinals. Ben not going to be knocked out just yet. They do have a chance at the losers bracket. ThanksGuys will be advancing in the winners bracket.